Drinking buddies. I got Marco here. We're doing a little Malt Madness. We're going to try to pick out country of origin, some other stuff on a blind flight. I don't know what I have. He doesn't know what he has. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
Excited, man. Wait to see what you poured for me. I know what I poured for you.
I did throw in a Find the Imposter thing in yours. So
That's not fair.
I figure 4 points for type, so total. Sorry, for country of origin. So 1 point for each glass of country of origin.
Okay.
And then 1 point for each proof, plus or minus 5. And then 4 points if you can find the imposter.
Okay.
What do you think for me? What was my score?
I think we're just still the same.
Do I have an imposter up here?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
No imposter. I thought about it, but I actually want to see what your thoughts are, because I know you don't like single malts very much.
I like a lot of American single malts.
Yeah.
My palate tends to drift towards those, and some Irish.
Yeah.
But not as much Japanese or Scotch, usually.
So I wanted to throw something in there for you that was kind of, we'll see. I don't want to give off too much.
All right. Well, let's go in. Glass
All right.
one. Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
I know what you have. You know what I have?
It smells like candy.
This is appley. And anise, like black licorice on here. Dude, tell me that isn't a black licorice bomb.
Man, now that you say that, yeah. And that's actually, I've never had that scent from that before.
Hmm.
So yes, I have had everything he's got in here.
Also honey.
Yeah, this one has like a hint of honey. I don't know if this is mesquite, but I do get anise off of this is on the nose as well.
I put it in your head.
No, I said it before you said it. I was smelling it. I was like, that smells like mesquite and anise and. See, now I am torn between two bottles in this.
I don't know about a bottle. I definitely, I'm going Japan for this, and I'm going 85 proofs to try to hedge my bets between 80 and 90.
Mm-hmm. I want to say,
but yeah, I didn't say anything about the palate. It is very honey for me on the palate, and that is pretty good. I dig that.
dig that?
Yeah, that is.
It's one of my favorites.
The anise comes through on the palate too. I don't know. It's just the one thing that I find that's a little bit interesting about single malts is, I know the climate's different, but
yeah,
I can never pick up age with a single malt.
Mm.
Like on a bourbon, you can be like, oh, this is an old bourbon, but
yeah.
on a Scotch or a
Scotch and I think
the
that has to do
Japanese,
because of the proof is being so low normally.
That's true too. But if you proof down a bourbon too low, you end up just tasting the oak.
Yeah, but when you proof it down, to me, it's like, okay, this is anywhere between 2 and 4 years old.
Yeah.
But well, I guess that goes to saying you can kind of guess the age on it still.
Yeah, like even like a Elijah Craig 18 that's 90 proof. I feel like all you taste on that one is the oak because they proofed it down too much. Whereas Knob Creek 18 still got some great flavors on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The last time I had Elijah Craig 18, I loved it.
So I'm actually really torn because this taste is actually good. I like this. I don't know the proof on this, but I'm actually have to say it tastes about 85 to 90. So I'm going to say proof on that. I'm going to push it up to 90. Just because it has a little bit of that sensation that's actually a little bit higher proof, but not, it's under 100. The flavor profile of it is, like I said, I get that, not necessarily peated, but it's like mesquite. So I'm thinking this is an American malt. And I want to say it's Balcones. It's not I can't say it's not a Del Bach because I don't know if this may be like a special release by them or not. And those usually tend to taste so different and like from what their normal release is. You know what I mean? Like the stuff that you could only get at the distillery. This is something that I would be like, that's a Del Bach that you could only get at the distillery. If it's not that, then it's a special West. So I'm gonna stick with American malt because I don't even know. Really good though. Let's see.
I'm very curious what you think of this one specifically. This is kind of a weird one.
It smells a little dusty. Like when I say that, I mean by an older bottle, like an older. I had dusty stuck in my head because of that Jack.
Now this, to me, is giving me Irish vibes on the nose. I don't know if I'm crazy, but like that shortbread cookie thing.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of, there's citrus here too, like orange zest on this guy.
Oh, there we go. Now this is giving me more of that medicinal type of Scotch type of nose. Almost like, so I really like the Frog 18. That's a really good Scotch.
Smoky Scotch.
But it's not overly smoky. That's the funny part, because even when you smell it, that's what this is kind of reminding me of.
Oh wow, what is that?
Dude, this tastes like the Frog 18, but milder. And when I say milder, that means like thinner. The Lefroy 18 is actually a little bit more viscous than this. Dude, what is this? I like this. Might just say this is a Scotch.
Would I pour you a Scotch though?
I know. But
Maybe I might just to throw you off. You know? I'm torn because I think this could be. I actually think this. At first, I thought it might be the Redbreast cask strength, but now I'm starting to think. The more I'm sipping on it, the more I think it could be Japanese again. So, and I don't know if there's any Japanese in my pool. Oh, there's that Nika from the barrel. I think that's pretty. There's a lot of samples that he had to choose from. A lot of bottles. There's probably about 50 different things he could choose from to pour.
I did give him a lot of the samples he's got.
He gave me a lot of the samples actually. So
yeah, and there's stuff that I tried that I thought were interesting, and I was like, hey, I think this is something cool you should look into.
I think that. I'm leaving both for now, but I'll cross it out later. I think this could be a cask strength. It tastes a little higher proof than the first one, but I know there's not a ton of cask strength stuff in those sample bottles, except for the American single malts. There's quite a few. So,
damn it, dude! Like this to me tastes like a Scotch, but I don't know because this is almost like a Japanese as well. But I want to say it's more Scotch. It's not an Isla. Doesn't taste like an Isla.
there could be Isla in this, like blended in, because this has got.
And your third one?
The third one has got a little smoky thing going on. Well, maybe not. I don't know. This is kind of weird. I'm getting something really familiar off this, and it's not
like a Lefroy 18, but I know it's not a Lefroy 18. It's not a damn 10 either. The Lefroy 10 is. You ever had Lefroy 10?
Yeah, that's the standard. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me, that's generally just a standard Scotch to me. I'm not a big standard Scotch guy.
That is not a standard Scotch. I don't know what standard.
Well, I mean, it's heated, it's smoky, but
also from Isla, the 10-year Port Charlotte from Bruichladdich. That is a much better tasting Lefroy 10. Yeah. Like so good.
I don't have a ton of experience with Isla Scotches outside of the standard stuff, so it's going to be, your standard stuff. By standard stuff, I mean Lefroy, Ardbeg, like the major brands.
What is this? It burnt my eyeballs, man.
There's nothing hot in your.
I'm not saying it's hot.
Oh, proof.
It's like putting Vicks in my eyes.
Really? Okay.
I'm Mexican, so I know what that's like.
This is smoked. This third one is smoked. I am pretty sure of it. But I'm pretty sensitive to that peat thing, so if it's even in the blend, I usually know. I'm going Japan, but there's some peated in here. I'm gonna go 85 again.
What is this?
Not a fan, huh?
No, it's not that I'm not
okay.
a fan. I'm curious because it's medicinal.
I forgot to give nosing notes on that. I went right into it. Oh, now I'm changing things because I am pretty freaking confident that that's Redbreast 12. This is Redbreast 12. Cask strength.
You're on the fourth one?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush you.
Oh no, it's not. You're not. It's not about rushing. I'm just.
I think this is Redbreast cask strength off that peach thing.
Mhm.
I'm just shortbread cookie.
I'm really torn on that third one because I don't know if that's a Scotch, an American malt, or Japanese whiskey. There's nothing Irish screaming to me about that at all. Like nothing Irish screams at me.
I can't wait till I can say things because I threw some really interesting stuff at you, and that is one of them. That is an interesting bottle of whiskey.
And I'm not saying that it's bad either, because I can't wait to find out what that is, just because it is really interesting.
I don't think that there's really much in the entire market like that whiskey. Like depending on like anywhere in the world doing what that particular one is. So I will say that.
And I feel it's finished. I don't know if that's a Mexican. That's not. What's the name of that one?
Abasolo?
No.
That one's not a single malt. That one's
there's a Mexican single malt. I forgot the name of it, dude. I actually used to carry it at the restaurant too, and I like it. Man.
Johnny Valle?
No. No. I can't remember the name of it, man. But there's a rooster on the label. I just don't remember. Ooh.
I kind of went too fast. I'm sorry. I
No,
got
don't
excited
apologize.
on 4.
Don't apologize at all.
What do you get on the nose on that one?
The nose on this one?
Yeah.
Leather. I get. Oh, you get on the palate too. This is really good.
I thought there was a chance that this one might be your favorite of the 4.
Yeah, I think it is, man. This is this has leather. Oh God, it's like that old library books, and this fruit for sure.
Dude, this Glen right here is a remnant from when I used to wash them by hand. Look how much it's scratched up from washing it by hand. Anyway, they go in the dishwasher now because I have a dishwasher that actually works. And I don't have to worry about that. But back when I used to wash them by hand, they're so easy to scratch when you do that. Anyway, random, I know.
No, I actually have to still stick with the dude. That's orange cherry. It's chocolate.
Yes.
Caramel. Yeah, that's my lovely. I'm about to say that this is the imposter. And that's a scotch. I'll probably say that's maybe about 86 proof. Because this actually is giving me finished vibes. There's vanilla. It finishes off with
Well, since finished isn't a category, I'll go ahead and tell you that is finished, the one in your hand. Because it's not part of the points.
It tasted, yeah. It tasted.
But you know what? I'll give you bonus points if you can tell me what it's finished in.
Okay. So it's like, you know what this almost reminds me of? Almost like a smoky cherry Coca-Cola mixed with a little vanilla Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
And with orange.
You kind of get a little of that off of some of the Garrison stuff, is what.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now getting a beef stick off of 2.
Beef stick?
Yeah, like a Slim Jim.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna have to lower that proof. I think I'm gonna drop that down to 90. Even though I think that could be the Nika from the barrel. I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple bottle guesses. Nika from the barrel, and then for 4, I think that could be Redbreast cask strength.
I'm torn between French oak on this one and some sort of red wine.
Well, while we deliberate a little bit more, I'm going to pause this, and when we come back, we'll tell you what our favorite is, and we'll reveal all the bottles to each other.
Yeah. Not the fact that this is my least favorite. It's just when I taste them, man. My least favorite is going to be number 1.
Interesting. This might be my favorite malt of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of this lineup, I had a feeling it was Balcones. I even said I'm
100. It's 118 proof.
No
by the way.
Okay, I put 90.
Yeah. This I absolutely adore. I think this drinks to me like peaches and candy, and I just love it.
It's very fruit forward like that. It is really good.
Yeah.
I had a feeling. I said Balcones too. I should have written it down. So
I expected one of these to fall flat out of them, even though it's a good whiskey. But I'm very curious.
So number 3 was what I thought was the imposter.
That was not the imposter. That was, but this one was what is considered to be by the distillery a failed experiment to some extent. This is from Heaven Hill. But it is a rare character exceptional series. 107.6 proof, Kentucky straight malt whiskey, 12 years, 11 months. And they sourced it from Heaven Hill because Heaven Hill, supposedly, the rumor is Heaven Hill viewed their malt whiskeys as not a, but supposedly they have a malt coming out this year. So I don't know what's going on.
So that sounds like an imposter to me.
That was not the imposter. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was, yeah. Okay. So I was wrong on the imposter. What's the proof?
107.
I put 80.
You did put American though, so you're getting points there.
Put American whiskey, but I put sherry cask. You said no finish on that one?
As far as I know, no. As far as I know, but we didn't do points for that, so it's okay.
No, I know, but it's just rare character.
As far as I know,
finish everything.
As far as I know, it's just straight malt whiskey.
Okay.
So your number 2 was number two.
Was number 2. I really like that. I thought that was a scotch.
Johnny Walker Blue Label.
No wonder it tasted like an Isla, but really thin.
I'm not rich enough to buy a whole bottle, so I bought a 50 milliliter bottle for this flight because it's like a $300 bottle of whiskey.
Which that's like $70. You could have told me, man.
But yeah, it's $20 for the.
Yeah. So
20. This was 20.
Okay.
So for the.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Still, Blue Label, not my favorite.
I actually think that Gold Label and Blue Label are very similar. When you consider the price into the equation, there's no contest.
The 18-year of Johnny Walker, I think, is even better than this. It's not my favorite, but I had a feeling this was an Isla. I knew
there's Isla blended in there for sure.
Well,
all Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker is from down there.
Yeah.
It is too expensive for what it is. To me, it's not worth the time or the money at the cost. If that was a much lesser of a bottle, it's good. Lafroig 18, if you could get that, I think that might be a little bit cheaper than this still, like a whole bottle. Find that, get that. More body, it offers so much more. I promise. It's a delicious whiskey.
And for your number 1, I thought it was fitting since I put a 25th anniversary edition here, right? 25th? Wait, 15th anniversary edition here for Balcones, that I should do another anniversary bottle. So your favorite was
the Balcones for, right?
Your favorite was the Del Bach 10-year anniversary bottle. It is 100 proof, and it is finished in Calvados barrels.
Really?
You said French oak for a second, and I
said French oak. I wrote down French oak.
Okay, good, you did.
Yeah,
right.
I wrote down French oak.
But yeah, this is a really exceptional bottle. It was only available for a very short time. I think they only made like They made 250 of these.
Yeah,
So super limited. When you're talking limited bottles, that's about as limited as it gets.
Yeah.
All right, so what do I got here?
I said 86 proof on that one. And I said Scotch, but
it's American.
Yeah. I had.
What's your point total here?
What was about my imposter then?
Imposter was the fact that this is a Scotch and the rest were American single malts.
Okay.
American malts. This is not a single malt. This is not a single malt. This is blended whiskey, and this is an American, Kentucky straight malt whiskey.
Which is another reason
There's corn in here. There's corn in this, so that's why it's not a single malt.
Which is another reason why I don't like the price point of the blue label, because it is a blended whiskey. Single malts are traditionally normally better.
Yeah, I'm not the Scottish have ruined the term blend, and they think that's a bad word. And the folks at Barrel Craft Spirits, the folks at Found North, Doc Swenson's, you know, the folks that are doing blends just out of this world. K-Luke, to name a few, Redwood Empire. Those folks that are doing blends, then they're just knocking them out of the park. Don't demonize the word blend. That's all I'm saying.
And so I'll just make another addition, just so you guys know. I was torn between this one as my third and number fourth, like which one I liked the best or not. But
and I gave him 2 black Glyns and I kept 2 black Glyns so we could kind of hide the color of something to each other.
And I had to hide the color of that one. But on this one here, I tasted peanutty. I should have guessed freaking heaven hell if anything, but that's why I felt like this was the imposter.
Okay.
So that one right there.
Hold on. Let me go. Let's go least favorite first.
Okay.
So this one. Okay. Should I just turn it over? Look.
Yeah.
All right. So this was. Oh, this is the La Santa.
Yeah.
Okay. Wild. Funny enough, I've had that whiskey multiple times before. That's going to be a sherry finished Glenmorangie. I did get proof barely, but I didn't. I said Japan. Third favorite was this, which I thought could be Nika from the barrel. It is Hirayoshi 12-year, 86 proof. Well, I do get Japan, and I do get proof.
Yep.
I changed the proof at the last minute because what do you call it?
Once you go back in there, man, it's...
Yep. Then my second favorite was the first glass. I said Japan, and I said 85 proof. This is Green Spot.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
That's like one of my favorite Irish whiskeys. When you hit it on the dot, as soon as you said, I smell apples. I said
apples, and I said freaking shortbread cookie, and I wrote Japan. So anyway, but the Spot series, the Jameson's high-end stuff, and Redbreast stuff, man, they are excellent. Unfortunately, with the cost of the tariffs and everything, they're borderline not worth their cost. No, they're just not.
The Blue Spot is like $300 when it first was released. I used to sell that at $100. Man.
Yeah, the Redbreast 27, I call it the magic bottle because every time I see it at Total Wine, it is $100 more. It is now up to $1,200. It was $300 just a couple years ago.
Which one?
Redbreast 27. It's up to $1,200 at Total Wine now. $1,200. It was $300 less than a year and a half ago.
It could be also a popularity, man.
It could be. Well, if it's selling at $800, the next time let's charge $900 for it and see if these idiots pay it. Yeah. And these idiots do.
Yeah, so because it's a harder bottle to get. But still.
It's a beautiful whiskey.
It is really good.
For when I first tasted it and it was $300, I used to tell people, I go, if you want a whiskey that's as good as like BTAC Pappy, that bottle is sitting on shelves for $300 because that is about as good as I've tasted a whiskey. And now it's $1,000. So
I'd probably compare that to 18 years says.
I would rather go buy a secondary bottle at that cost, at that point. All right, and my favorite was this, and I said it was Redbreast Irish. Yeah, Irish, and I said 110. I thought it was the Redbreast Cask.
You're close on the proof.
Oh, okay, so this was the Stranahan's, the 125. Dang. It really drank like Redbreast to me. Oh, I don't have any left.
I was hoping you didn't see that I actually cracked the bottle.
I didn't. I didn't notice that you cracked it. You want to try a little?
Sure. I have 4 different barrel picks from Stranahan.
The last one I bought, I sampled out the entire bottle for a blind. That was the Bourbon and Bones one. You tried that. Oh, but that's the one. Was that the one you knocked over?
What do you mean?
When you're doing the blind, you knocked over one of your glasses. Or was that? No, that was the Weller Foolproof.
I did that?
Yeah. I thought
Oh,
you did.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, that my last channel member blind I did. I had the Stranahan's pick. I had a Weller Foolproof pick. It was a good times. It was good times.
Stranahan's is just, to me, that's the closest to a single malt from Scotland that you're gonna get, and that's like a Highland.
It is my third favorite American single malt distillery. I lean these two guys first. I will always lean these two guys first. I like those heavy desert flavors, the honey and the mesquite. And you get that off of both of these
Balcones
guys.
and Del Bac do a good job at when they like their distillery releases stuff is like
amazing,
so much better.
Yeah,
and
this is a distillery where I don't like their other stuff. I really
Balcones
just like their single malt. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I shouldn't say that. Their corn whiskeys are very tasty. Their corn whiskeys are very interesting.
Rye that was very interesting.
Oh, they have the new barrel proof rye coming out. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'd be curious on that one. But yeah, cheers, buddies. I appreciate all of you. Every time you guys like these videos, you make this thing possible. If you happen to be in Tucson, Arizona, or you're traveling through, stop by Nana's Kitchen. You can say hi to Marco here, and you can get good pours like this because he's got a great whiskey selection, even though it's a Mexican restaurant. Don't let that fool you. Also, great selection of tequila and wines.
Rum, and honestly, everything.
Rum. I always forget about the rum because I forget that rum exists.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, meh.
I need to have you. You haven't tasted our plantation yet.
I did. Okay, so here's the deal. It might be the best rum I've ever tasted, but I still am not a rum guy. The closest thing I found to a rum that I actually would probably buy a bottle and keep on the shelf is the Plantation Overproof. So when I tasted yours, it kind of has some of those.
Well, it's 99.4.
Yeah. But the Plantation Overproof is like 130 something. But that one is the closest to a rye where I'm like, I'm sorry, a rum where I'm like, yeah, that's a rum that I would buy and keep on the shelf. But it's still, I never did. So.
Well, this was fun. Shout out to Mac, man. Thank you.
Mac. That sample came from Mac here. Thank you, Mac. And yeah, my mom bought this. I happened to be looking at. We were at Total Wine, and I said, "Oh man, that'd be kind of fun to throw in a blind with Marco." And she says, "I'll buy it for you." So,
well, thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Cheers, buddies. We'll see you on the next one.
I'm your drinking buddy.